Okay. So is my screen visible, guys? Can anybody confirm?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Okay. So myself, Arun, and I am playing a role of architect and also customer success manager in cloud and technology Noida. And I've been 20x certified, and I started my journey back in 2013 after Java development in Salesforce ecosystem, and it's been more than 10 years for me in the Salesforce Ohana. And from previous years, I've also got involved in lots of activities in the community giveaway. So I'm handling that Noida CGL group as well. And also I do have my own website, that is arunrecipes.com. One can go to that and they can leverage the knowledge which I'm publishing monthly or weekly. You can also connect with me on arunrsfdc. This is my Twitter handle, and also on LinkedIn. Also, you can search it. We also having Dikshit with us. He will be uh, getting next few sessions with us. Right now, he's working in Fluido and currently reside in Finland. We also have Kumar with us today. He also joined. So he's working in Infobin based out in Pune. He also very active in the CGL group. He's a managing CGL admin group in Pune, and he's having quite good followers. So one can reach out to him if you wanted to get any help in the Salesforce ecosystem. So as far as today's session, guys, we will be showcasing you the product tool, configuration attribute, and twin field. What are the twin fields, right? Okay. So first of all, let me showcase what it is all about, right? So this is my, let me cancel that and let me, okay, so let me go to the edit line says, and then I can showcase you what is the product role is. So let's suppose I'm adding IT Pro Pack, that is the same product which we are keeping in each session so that you can relate that. And let's suppose I'm selecting it, okay? Now let me go to the product role as well. So guys, you can think of product rule like a if and else condition, okay, in the logical manner. If something is happening, if the condition is meeting, so you wanted to perform some kind of logic, okay. So the product rule will also work in the same behavior. So we have created two product rule, okay, just for the showcasing purpose. And what does it mean? So this is the first product rule where we are saying ever if we are selecting LJ printer, so my LJ toner and the main kit should also get selected. This is my first product rule, okay. And just to showcase you, I do have a printer over here, okay. If I select this one, you can see this is also get selected. So this is being driven by this product rule which we have done, which we have just created, okay. I'll be showcasing you what are the fields are there, what are the action, what are the error condition, okay. That everything will be discussing out. Then the next product rule which I am uh, configured is this kind of validation, okay. So what I'm saying is I do have toner quantity and I do have a printer, okay. Let's suppose I'm adding two toner. So my toner quantity should not be less than to the printer, okay. If I'm having three printer, so at least three toner should be there in my option, right? So let's suppose this is my printer, okay, and let me change the quantity, two quantity, okay, and I'm keeping toner is one only, and let me save it. You can see toner quantity must be greater than the equal to the printer quantity. You can change this message. Right now this message is coming from this one, so you can change this message. If I wanted to do this one, let's suppose I wanted to keep it 2, okay, and if I save it, it's letting me save, okay. So it's working now. So whatever the product rule we have configured is working. Now coming back to the product rule. So as I said, it's more on the if and else thing, okay. So product rule allows you to define advanced configuration logic compared to the option and constraint, okay. Whatever you are selecting, so based on that, whatever the option you are selecting. So based on that, you will be your logic will be derived. You can evaluate your product, that rule on the product or the code line against user made condition. Right now, whatever we have shown to you, okay, this is on the product level because we are on a configuration page. That is on a product level. Now, there are three most important thing is every product rule will be having its own error condition, its action, and also the configuration rule. We'll talk about this, what it's all about. I'll be showcasing you. Or rule required to at least one error condition. It's not required to have an action. I'll talk about more. What does it mean? But at least one error condition should be there if we wanted to if we wanted to achieve this product rule implementation. Without error condition, the any product rule will not work, even though you'll be creating it. Your use of action configuration rule depend on the type of the product rule you're using. So we will be having different type of product rule. One is the validation, another one is the alert, and the selection, the filter. Okay, so we'll talk top three. So validation is we just showcasing you. It's not letting me move ahead. Alert is it will be showcasing you the message, but it will let you move ahead. Okay, it will be just showing you the alert. It won't be stopping you right now. If you are working in a Salesforce, okay, so most of the time we are seeing the warning message, but it won't be stopping you to work, right? In the same manner, you can see the alert. It will be just showcasing you the message, but it won't be letting you stop that. Okay, whatever you are doing. Selection is the first scenario which we have seen. We are selecting the printer, so toner and uh, main kit also being selected. Okay, so that kind of selection product rule we are having. In the product action also we are having multiple type of product rule action. Okay, you can have. So let me directly jump to the product rule, okay, which we just directly setting up. So if I edit this, guys, so this is a product rule which will be coming automatically when you will be installing your CPQ package, guys. So this is the product rule name. Okay, this is the object you will be getting. Okay, now I am putting a name on that. So there are the four types of the product rule. Okay, validation, selection, alert, filter. So let me jump to the another one which we done for the selection type. One minute, guys. Okay, so let me edit that. So this is a product rule we have configured where we are seeing if the LG printer also has been selected. So we will be selecting auto LG toner and the main kit. Okay, will also getting selected without any manual intervention. So what we have done, we have created a product rule, and you can put any name that is depend on you. But I will recommend to put a descriptive name because if anybody will be able to read it, so they can at least relate to that. Okay, what is it all about without going into that. Now there are four types. So we have put selection. Okay, now the scope is coming. So we are on a configuration page. So that the scope is coming on the as a product, and there they always load, edit, save. So if you notice, there are two product rule we have showcasing you. Okay, another one was a validation, which has been just triggered on the save event. Okay, but this product rule has been, even though I selected this printer. Okay, as soon as I selected it, it does select this toner and main kit. Okay, on the same time. So that's what I keep it as always. So it contain all the event load, edit, save. Okay, so always is contained all that. And apart from that, there are some more field lookup object which we are not showcasing you today, but maybe you can maybe later on we can discuss more about lookup object because lookup object altogether is a different feature in CPQ. You can leverage that. Okay, and we do have a evaluation order. If we'll be having multiple product rule and you wanted to uh, sequencing on that, which should become first, which should become last. So you can do very well evaluation order. Right now we are not keeping the evaluation order. We are just keeping it simple. Okay. Now we also have this L condition met, right? Okay. So we do have all condition met. We do have any condition met. We do have a custom. Okay. What does it mean, guys? So as I said, okay, every product rule will be having its own error condition. So we can have multiple error condition 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and you can provide a logic. All means whatever the condition you'll be implementing for this product rule, all conditions should be met. That is a you can compare with the and condition. And is or, okay, if you will be implementing or you will be describing two conditions, so either of them will have to e- evaluate as a true, okay, then it will work. Custom is if you are doing the mix and match one and or like this, if this one and two or three and four like this, okay, you can do mix and match, okay. Right now I'm keeping it simple all because I do have only one condition, okay. Now what is the error condition, guys? Let me showcase to you. So what I'm saying is, okay, I need to check out if the printer is being selected. Okay, so obviously, if you put your logic, if you put your mind, so maybe you need to do something. Okay, in the terms of the printer only. So if you can see, I'm putting my rule as a this. Okay, and what I'm doing it tested object. So if you can notice, okay, in the error condition also you'll be getting in a custom object, and you need to select. So there are multiple options are there. Okay, so on which object you wanted to check your conditions. So I am putting as a product option because if you are on this particular code configuration page, so these are the product option. Okay. So what I'm saying is, if the product option, whatever the product option we are selecting, and the product code. Okay, this is a product code. This is a product code for the product. So any of the product option which is having product code equal to LG printer, then this product rule should work. That's what I'm saying. So in your org, if you will be having your CPQ org, okay, so you won't be getting this option. So you need to add this pick list value inside the tested field. So you need to do the you need to go to the error condition object and go to your tested field, and you can add this product code if it is not there. If it is there, that's okay. You can select that very well, right? Because maybe you might also need to have some other field, right? Right now it is on a product code, but there might be some other field you might be creating as a custom field, right? That you can also select. So by just adding in the pick list field, that can be enabled, and you can select that. So right now in this particular product tool, what I'm saying is, if the LG printer is being selected, then toner also should get selected, and also main kit also should get selected. So first of all, we need to define error condition. Error condition is simple. Whatever the product option is there, if it is matching to the LJ printer, then only it should work. Okay, so we are keeping it. Okay, product option is product code, and it should equal to the LJ printer. Okay, so as soon as this will match, okay, this is the if condition you can think of. Now there are two product action I am having. Okay, why two product action? Because I just told to you we need to add LJ toner and LJ main kit. Okay, so in the product action, there are multiple events, guys. There's a add, remove, enable and add, disable and remove, show, hide, show and add, hide and remove. Okay. So if you may, if and also two more default filter, option filter. Okay. So right now I'm keeping is add only, but you can do remove, enable, disable is something. It will be displaying here, but it will be disabled. Okay, like this. Add and remove is something. It will be add. Oh, sorry, show and hide. What is this one? So if I talk about enable and add, so it will be enabling a particular, let's suppose if I talk about this one, so it will be enabling this feature, and also the add means it will be check this checkbox. So I'm keeping is add right now, add, and also I'm checking this product as a main kit, and this is required I'm keeping. Okay, and in the same second action also I'm doing the same thing for the toner cartridge. So if I go here, and as soon as I, again let me show you. If I select this printer, it's also getting selected. Okay. So this is how this product rule is working. Any question, guys, so far? Now coming to the second product rule which we have configured, that is for the toner. Okay. So the toner quantity should not be lesser than the printer quantity. Okay. So let me showcase to you. Now this is not a selection type. This is a validation type we have done. Well, let me go to the Printer one more time. Okay. So this is my second product rule, which we have just configured. And you can see this is the type of validation, okay? And we are not having action over here because this is a validation. We are just showing the message, okay? But we are having error condition, okay? That is required. So what this error condition is doing, it is checking toner quantity of, okay, that is LJ toner is less than equal to quantity of the printer. How we are calculating? So we do have a kind of feature in the CPQ, guys. We do have a summary variable. So what the summary variable is all about? Whenever you are adding any product, okay, so we can create a summary variable, and summary variable will give us a kind of if you have been worked on the Salesforce, right? So you have been create a that field, right? uh, Parent to child, so you can create a field which can count the child record, okay, some average. In the same manner, summary variable also is a one of the feature which has been added by the CPQ only. So you can get a this particular custom object as a CPQ package, and where I am defining, okay, if the product option, whatever the product code, if my code is having lots of product, and whatever the product is matching with the product code is LJ toner, so we are adding up the all the quantity, okay, you can see, okay. So I am saying this is my summary variable name, so whatever the product code is matching with the LJ toner, so all the quantity will be comes in that particular variable. In the same manner also, I am doing the same thing for the printer, okay. If the product code is matching with the LJ printer, so I am summing up all the quantity for that, and then I am using it under this particular error condition, okay. So if it is 2 less than 4, so it will be displaying a message for me. Now the most important part, guys, for the product rule, we also need to create a configuration. So let's suppose I have created this product rule, okay, the LJ printer, and it will be selecting toner and main kit. So we need to create a configuration rule as well, okay. So this is the most important part. For every product rule, you need to keep this one entry. Otherwise, it won't work, okay? Because you might be getting one product rule, and you might be getting this product rule to be applicable to multiple bundle product. So you need to create this particular entry. In this entry, what I'm saying, it should be apply to this product, and the product rule this one, okay? So it is having many to many relationship. It's a junction one. Configuration rule is junction between the product rule and also the product. That's the bundle. So for each product rule, you need to configure this as a configuration rule, guys. So any question, guys, so far? Guys, I am good. Any questions? Yeah, Kumar. Yeah, yeah, Kumar, please go ahead. Hello. Am I audible? Hello. Can anybody confirm? Am I audible, guys? Hello. Am I audible, guys? Okay. Kumar, you were saying something? Any question, Kumar? Okay, let's proceed further then. So this is a product action, guys, which we just showcasing. Product action, perform an action on a product option, such as selecting, deselecting the option within a bundle, or hiding the option from the view. Okay, that is something we have showcasing you for the in case of the product was printer. So we were adding toner and the main kit. Product action also target option based on the parent product rules, scope, condition, and evolution event. You can also use product action field to change the action target scope. Okay, so we have talked about the scoping that is on the product level or the code level. Okay. Now let's talk about more. Okay. So these are the product action field. Standard product action field are currency, product action, required, rule. Okay. So in that, so most important part is type. Okay. There's a, add, remove, enable and add, disable, remove. These are thing. And required also is one more thing. If you are having any product action and if you are doing this required, so you cannot, even though if you are deselecting it, so it will be showcasing you some kind of error. It won't be allowing it. Okay. And again, the rule is something to which rule it will be associated and to which product it will be associated. Okay. So those are the things which you can need to keep in mind while you are creating an action. Now this is a second product rule which we are showcasing you, that is a validation kind of thing. So if you wanted to validate something, so you can create this product rule as a type of validation and you can put your own message. Alert is something same as a validation, but in the validation you cannot move ahead until unless you are not fulfilling the condition. Okay. If you are fulfilling a condition, then only you can move ahead with the validation. Without resolving that, you cannot move ahead. But with alert, you can move ahead. It will be just showcasing you the particular message. Selection is again we are showcasing you. That is same. Okay, that you can do add, remove, enable, disable. So you can think of what is enable and add. Okay, so enable an option and select it. It is having both. So it is a combination of add and enable. Remove and disable is something. It is a combination of the remove and disable. Okay, they select an option and also it is also removing it from the backend as well. You know? So let's talk about the filter rule and the dynamic bundle. Let me showcasing you what is the filter rule and dynamic bundle, guys, so that at least you can understand. Then we'll talk about more. Let me go to the code first. So you can see, guys, in the feature I'm seeing no option is there, right? But if you can see, there's the add option. Okay. So what is happening right now? So I'll talk about more what is this location all about. But let's suppose I'm choosing US or UK. Okay. On the basis of that, my option will be coming. So if I click on the add option, so you can see only the product which can be applicable to the location used is coming. So if I cancel it and if I choose UK, so this is a dynamic filtering, guys. Okay. On the runtime only, I am able to get the appropriate product. You can see only UK are coming. Okay. So now no US product is coming. Okay. So every product is being entitled to a particular location, either US or UK. So on the basis of the selection, which is on the runtime, I'm getting my product. Okay. That is again as a sales rep, if you're working to with any of the client. Okay. So this you do not need to worry about it. You know, because you might be getting thousands of product right now. You are seeing only very few, 10 or 20, but in the real time scenario, you'll be getting 50, 100. So it's very inconvenient if you go for the manual process, and also it's a very error prone as well. So by using this feature, you can limit it to the that can avoid those mistakes which is will be coming with the manual intervention, and also you can save the time from the sales rep. Now coming how we have been configured this dynamic filter, guys. So you can see, first of all, we have created a product tool, which is we have named it dynamic filter. And now you can see type is filter as well. Okay. See, this is a important part. Type we are keeping as a filter. Okay. No validation, no selection, no alert. It's a filter type. Okay. Now this is again evolution meet. I am keeping as always. Condition again I am meeting as keeping as a all. And this is activated. Okay. Now there is no error condition. Okay. Now this is error, there is a action only. So in the action, what I'm saying is type it default filter and location should be equal to the configuration attribute location field. Okay. So whatever you are seeing, let me go to code. So if you notice, this is the configuration attribute we have created, guys. Okay. So the value of the configuration attribute record should be matched with the location of the particular product option. That's what is working. So in the runtime only, whatever the value it is keeping in the location, okay, may right now is a two value only, but it can be multiple value, 10 values. So whatever the value comes in the runtime, it will be matching that value to the product which are available, and it will be showcasing only those product. So that's how is a pretty important part. So error condition always required, but only in the dynamic filter is not required because it is a dynamic. Okay, you cannot put error condition. If you are putting error condition on, well, which is a static part, right? So only in the filter case you will be omitting this error condition. Otherwise, it will be required always. Again, the main important part is configuration rule. We are again need to create this configuration rule because we need to apply this, okay, on the product, and the product tool this one and product feature this one. Now the second important part is, you have noticed it, we have put a dynamic filter only for the particular feature. Okay, so that is also we have been done. Okay, we also selected as a product feature equal to software family product. Okay, because you can see for all other feature the option are coming automatically, but for software family product it is not coming. Okay, so if you go to this particular feature, so it's a dynamic feature. See, option selected method dynamic. So that is again you need to keep in mind. So that is a part of the bundle, guys. Okay. So we don't have any product option, right, guys? You can see normally when we are defining any, which we have already, I think already talked in the last session when we were talked about the product bundle. So normally we are defining for every feature, we are adding lots of option. So which is again is a predefined, but right now you can see we are not having any option for this particular feature. That is will driven in the runtime, and again right now we are using configuration attribute for the same. So this is how we are concluding product rule, the four type of product rule. Okay, so you can very well go. So I'll, guys, right now I'm having some issue with the upholding this. Okay, I need to publishing this PPT and also the recording, but somehow I'm getting issue. Okay, so maybe after getting all the session, I'll be publishing all those content. Okay, the PPT also the recording is being happening, so don't worry about it. But I'll be publishing it. Now, guys, coming on the configuration attribute. Okay, so for example, if you're working as a sales rep, okay, so it might be possible as a one sales rep are being servicing to the multiple kind of, let's suppose we talk about India, or maybe we talk about the US. Okay, so in the US it will be having its own rule, okay, for each and every state. It might be having different policy, and different product will be also available in the different states, right? So that particular sales rep might be getting a call from the different customer, from the state one to state two, maybe from New York, maybe from California, maybe from other state, Nevada. Okay, so there might be multiple product are not applicable for each state. Okay, so we can configure that. And how to configure, if you can notice, guys, if I select checking this, okay, if I am doing UK, let me cancel that, and let me delete it first one more time. Let me save it. So that has been, you can very well hide and show the product. Okay, and you can do the filtration of the product depending on the location. Right now let me showcase you what we have done, and then we can go with the implementation part. So you can see, guys, right now by default it's the US and UK is coming, right? But as soon as if I select US, my UK has been gone. Okay, you can see now US keyboard only coming, UK keyboard is not coming. If I select UK, so my US keyboard has been gone, guys. Okay, you can see Apple key UK keyboard is coming. So if I select none, okay, so that's how, guys. So what we have done for this particular thing, so there's a feature, guys, configuration attribute. So first of all we need to, Then we talk about the product rule. Because everything is driven from the product option, guys. Okay. So what I have done, first of all, I have created a one field, okay, in the product option, that is a location field. So I am keeping a location. You can name it anything. And let me showcase to you. So this is a custom field which we have created, and this is a US and UK, right? I am putting two values. So if you wanted to have multiple field, you can do very well. Okay. Now the second more important part is, so this is a one field I've added. Now coming to the configuration attribute. Once you'll be having this CPQ package, so you'll be getting this configuration attribute as well with you. This is a custom. Okay. Now in the target target field, I need to add this particular field which I've added as a product option as a pick list value. You can see, and that this name should be matched. Okay. So location, you can see this is matching with the field which I've created on my product option. Because when you selecting this anything, okay, on here, if I go here again, IT Pro Pack. So whatever I'm selecting, guys, over here in my configuration page. So these are the product option, guys. Okay, as soon as I'll save it, so it will be converted to the code line item. Okay, but over here it's a product option, guys. Okay, so first thing is I've created a location field in my product option, obviously because that will be using. Okay, now the second thing is I need to create the target field, and I'll be adding this pick list field in that. Okay. Now the third thing is I need to create this configuration attribute record. So as I showed you in the configuration attribute pick list field, I have added this target. Okay, but I need to create this field as well. Okay, this is the target field I have just showed you. Okay, this is the pick list value which was not there because that has been added by our own. So now you need to create this particular field. Okay, this record on the configuration attribute, and you are keeping his name location. So right now whatever you are seeing, okay, if this is location, this is a label which is coming from this one. You can put location 1 2 3 whatever you want, and this is a target field. You need to keep it, which I showed you. I have just set it in the pick list field, and the position you need to decide. Okay, so where you wanted to showcase this location, this has been handled from here. So you can see position top, position bottom. Okay, so this also can come here as well. So depending what position you want to like to have, then the column order as well. So we do have a column order 1 2 3. So this is the one column. So you can think of the grid. Okay, there are three grid: first grid, second grid, and third grid. So you wanted to move it on the right section, you need to select the third in the column order, right? So that is how, and this is apply immediately. Again, we have done that. So these are the three things, guys. Okay, so this is so far whatever we have talked about is just to showcase this configuration attribute. So far we have not talked about how this been handled by this. Okay, the option which is being showcasing or hiding, how it is being happening. Now to do that, we have created a product rule with the use of the configuration attribute, guys. So if I showcasing you this, so I have created a two product rule, guys. Okay, so you can notice filter by location US. This is the first, and I'm keeping as a type equal to selection, and again scope is product because we are on a configuration page. Evolution event is always, and condition met equal to all. Right now, coming back to the error condition. So earlier, if you notice, we have selecting error condition on the base of product option, but right now you can see tested object is a configuration attribute. It's not product option now, right? This is a pretty important part, guys. Whatever error condition you would like to have, so right now it is being driven by the configuration attribute value because this is a configuration attribute, and we wanted to showcase our product or hide our product on the base of this particular value. So we are having this tested object as a configuration attributes. Okay, this is again a picklist value. There are multiple objects are available, quote line product option. So we are selecting configuration attribute right now. And now the tested field is like on which field you would like to control. Okay, so that is the location field of the configuration attribute object. Now we wanted to compare this with what, right? So that is equal to the value of the US. Okay, so I'm keeping it. If it is equal to the US, what should I do? Now coming to the action. So there are four action I'm doing right now. First, second, third, fourth. And again, guys, this is again configure rule. I need to keep it because I need to put it for the IT Pro pack. If you wanted to put it for other product as well, you can need to create this configure rule for that. Okay. Now the first action I am doing is hide and remove. Okay. So Apple, as soon as you are selecting the US value in the configure attribute, so I am doing action. Apple UK keyboard should be hidden. Okay. Hide and remove. So even though, what does it mean? Okay. Let's suppose if I doing okay, okay. Let me showcase it to you. What does this mean? Hide and remove. So let's suppose somehow I selected that. Okay. This has been showcasing and I'm selecting it. And somehow I do US. Okay. So as an end user, okay, if you save it, so you already selected the UK keyboard, okay, but it although it is not showcasing over here, but in the backend it might be saved, okay, as an entry, but you don't want it, okay. If you are selecting a US, you also wanted to deselect that. So when we say this particular thing, okay, hide and remove, that means even though if somebody has selected that value or selected that particular product in the code, so that also need to remove, okay, with the hide. So that's how does it mean. And now second action is show Apple US keyboard, that is being happening, and then hide and remove the laser paper A4 as well, okay. And also paper letter should be showcasing. So if I can notice, so A4 should be gone and paper letter should be coming. See, if I do UK, so paper letter A4 is coming, paper letter has been gone. Okay, so four action, and four action is same for the other product rule. Okay, which is a for the UK is the opposite. Okay, whatever we are doing hide and remove for this paper and UK, so it's the same opposite for the other product rule as well. So if I showcasing you to that product rule, so there is my UK. And again, everything is same, guys. Selection, product, everything is same. Only the error condition we are changing to the UK. So we are keeping everything same. Configuring attribute location value should be UK only. Then only should work. And now if I talk about the actions, so whatever, because you need to hide it, okay, whatever the US product was there, and you need to showcase the UK product. So we need to get four actions, but again, it's opposite action, whatever we have done for the US. Now that might be question to you guys. See, right now you can see Apple UK, okay, it will be showcasing, and on the other hand, we are hide and remove the Apple US keyboard, okay. Now it might be question, guys, if we'll be having right now only two product are there, it might be 10, 20, 30 product, right? So it will be very inconvenient, right, to get it high, like these kind of action. Maybe they'll be creating 100 action, right? So you can you can use a lookup object for that. So we won't be discussing the lookup object, but that is something you can go and study. What are the scenario can be converted to the lookup object. So it will be having bulky or maybe bulk records which has been, or maybe multiple product which can be controlled by this particular any of the condition. Okay, so you will be ending up to by creating hundreds of the action, okay, for a particular product rule, and it will be very inconvenient from the admin perspective. So you can use a lookup object for that. How you can use that? That you can very well go with the CPQ documentation. We'll talk about the lookup object maybe in the next session, but not right now. But just wanted to give you the heads up. So that is how we have used the configuration attribute. Again, configuration attribute does make sense, okay, because once it's coming to your business selection, right? Because you wanted to that it's a very generic scenario, guys. If you are working in the business, so Obviously, as a sales rep, you will need to filter out lots of products on the base of the location. Right now, it's a location, but it might be having multiple attribute. Okay, maybe if you are working in the particular manufacturing industry, you will be having your capacity, right? Your calibers, and you maybe you are having multiple dimensions. So those are things. Okay, you can keep it as an attribute, and you can keep it as a this configuration attribute. Any questions, guys, so far? Okay. Now coming on the twin field, guys. Okay, so twin field is again is a is a feature by the Salesforce CPQ. And what does it mean? So let's suppose I'm creating a field. Okay, uh, on let me go. I'm creating a field on the product option. If I'll be creating a same field, okay, with the same API name, same type on my code line. So without doing any further configuration, or without doing any further coding, whatever the value I'm putting on my product option, it will be directly copying to my code line as well without doing anything. So it's totally handled by the CPQ engine. Okay, whatever they have been done in the backend, and they are you can see there are multiple object they are servicing right now. You can see product option to the quote line, product to the quote line. The only thing you need to keep in mind, it has to be the same type, and the AP name should be same. Okay, you don't need to do anything. So if you are creating any field on the quote, and if you are creating the same field on the order, it will be copied quote to the order, product option to the quote line. Because if you notice, whatever we are selecting over here, okay, let me showcasing it here. Okay, let me save it. So ultimately on my code, it will be converted to my code line. Let me save it, guys. If I go to related, you can see I do have a 6 code lines, okay, or maybe, oh sorry, 9 code lines. Okay, guys. So this is something is pretty good feature and very useful when you are working in a CPQ. Okay. So where is that documentation? You can see, okay, there's a contract. So whatever you will be having in a contract object, it will be copying to the opportunity, then service code. So these are the list, okay. Okay, guys, and code will be copied to the order, code line will be copied to the order product. So these are the list, guys. Okay. So what now let me show you, okay, how we are adding this twin field and how we are using it. And it doesn't require any implementation, guys. It doesn't require any configuration. As soon as your type and the API name is same on both of the object, it will be directly copied. So this is the product option, guys, okay, where I am working right now. So I'm putting it so you can see configuration attribute being copied to the carrier, okay. So that is how it is being done. So as soon as if I'll be having the same field on my quote line, so it will be copied to the quote line as well from the product option. You can see, guys. So we have not done anything. Okay, whatever we have selected, the only thing we are keeping the same API name in the quote line object too. That's how this value is being carrying forward. Okay, so very very important, guys. This feature is really really important when we are working the CPQ word, twin fields. So there's a proper documentation they have been kept, so you can very well go. So the key point which you need to keep in mind, the standard field cannot be mapped. Okay, to map one field to another, you need to at least you need to get a read access to the source field, right? If you are having any profile or the user, okay, which is not having the, and you have key even created those field, okay, in both of the object, but you are not having the read access to the source one, so obviously this won't work. This is a very basic in the Salesforce ecosystem. Twin field are again populated only upon creation of the record, not on the updation of the record. That is a one point you need to keep in mind. Okay, now custom address field are not supported right now. Again, custom address has been came a while back. It's been last year, right? So it's still not supported. Okay, only map to between specific object, not all. And to showcase to see what are the object are supported, you need to go to the particular document which has been published by the Salesforce. Not all the object has been supported by this particular feature. So twin field mapping, this is again I put a screenshot from the same, and these are some of the references I put it. Now guys, I also get a hands-on exercise for you. Let me copy and paste. I want you to at least try this by your own, so at least you will be getting your own clarity, okay, what we have discussed. And then in the next session, if you face any issue, or maybe you can reach out to me. So what I want you to do right now, I want you to do create a same configuration attribute, okay, value as a UK and US, as a location US UK, okay, and create a feature select product by location option, okay, and that should be the dynamic and the Samsung TV product. So you should be having a Samsung TV as a product, which we discussed last time, and then Samsung product TV will be having its own particular feature, and also you need to create a US and UK location attribute, and also you need to create one more product as a shipping fee, and that fee should be $10. Now the question is, I want you to create a rule, okay, to display alert message as soon as we are choosing a Wi-Fi installation. So that message should be showing. You should also select a Wi-Fi installation Wi-Fi router. Without that, you should not be moving ahead. Okay, this is the first alert. Okay, not a validation. That's the alert only I want. Now the second one, create a configuration attribute for selection and selecting for selection select location on Samsung TV on whatever we have shown to the US UK part, right? Now create a dynamic filter rule that will be choose between UK and US product depending on the selected values of the configuration attribute on the configuration page. So you need to put some like let's suppose in the Samsung TV you will be having 7 or 8 product. So in the 7 or 8 product you can categorize maybe 4 product for the US, 4 product for the UK, and then whatever the selection you are making on the configuration page in the configuration attribute, on the base of that your product should be displayed and the hide. Okay. Now the third thing, create a rule for automatically choose the shipping fee in the code line editor if the total amount of code is less than $1,000. Right now we are showcasing you whenever I am selecting my printer. So main kit and also the toner is being selected automatically. But now this is pretty different. Is total value of the code is more than 1,000 only, then only shipping fee should be added automatically. So these are the 3 scenario I want you to do. At least get a hands on, guys. Any questions, guys, so far? So that's how I'm concluded my today's session, guys. Thank you so much. And if you will face any issue, please reach out to me to my Twitter handle. Also, you can reach out to me in LinkedIn as well. Thank you, guys, and have a very happy new year to all and your family. Thank you.